Welcome everyone to Selenium training. Let us discuss that how you can learn Selenium and how you can crack the Selenium interview. Well, to start with, let us take an example that suppose you have some Selenium knowledge and you go to an interview where you find that fine, 5 more candidates have come up for the interview and each of them is like, minimum say 3 years experience. To compete with those people, you can't just rely on your luck or something. You need to learn Selenium to the depth. Okay, the first question in almost every interview is that tell me the project you have worked on, tell me the framework you have worked on. And really, if you haven't worked on it practically, then you really cannot clear the interview. There is no fluke, there is nothing like luck involved over here. Okay, now the thing is to learn this tool, just to learn this tool to get a knowledge, it can take you 2 weeks. But to learn it to a level where you can actually go clear an interview, compete with people, right, it will take you minimum 10 weeks. Minimum. Okay, it's not something which can be done in 20 days or 25 days. Generally, people coming to us have an expectation that fine, we can do some crash course, only learn about projects and we'll be ready, we'll be fit. It's not going to help you. Okay, so you have to have a complete knowledge, end-to-end knowledge of this tool along with the projects. And before going to the interview, if you have that confidence that fine, I am going to clear the interview, then only you will be able to clear it. Okay, there is no other way around. We have seen, like, I've been training since past 10 years almost. Okay, I've been working on Selenium since past, like since 2007, right? So I have seen a lot of people coming for training, and trying for interviews. The ones who succeed are the ones who give time. I've seen people giving say 6 months of time to practice, and after that they actually went and cleared the interview, because when you go to the interview you will find people with the experience competing you and you have to beat them. So it takes time to practice, to learn, and it will take you minimum 10 weeks. Fine. Now the thing is, there are few other questions which people generally ask, is that like, what should be my objective? What is the right way to learn this tool? Right, so look, the thing is, there are generally 3 kinds of people who come to us. One is like a beginner who is having no knowledge. He has heard about Selenium, there's a background of manual testing. He has a background of manual testing, but there is no experience in Selenium. Okay, the other one is that people who know Java but they want to learn Selenium, and some people they know Java and Selenium but they want to learn it in a more structured way. They want to learn projects and frameworks and all. Okay, you might be under one of these categories. If you are in the second category or the third category, then I would like you to think again that whether do you really know Java. Sometimes people coming to us for training, they just think that fine, I know what inheritance is, I know what object oriented programming is, so I know Java. Okay, look, it's not going to work that way. You need to know it practically. That if I give you some project to do, then how will you use interfaces in those projects? How will you use overriding, overloading, inheritance and all those things practically in a project? Okay, only then you know Java. As far as Java is concerned, you only need to know core Java. You don't need to know advanced Java and all for Selenium. But core Java, you need to have a practical knowledge. Fine. So the right approach, what should be my objective? What is the right way? The right way is that first you should learn Java. If you have a good hand in Java, then learning Selenium and learning frameworks, it is really very easy. And moreover, if you learn Java and tomorrow if you want to learn other tools, for example API testing. API testing for JSON and all is really very famous these days. Okay, or you want to learn Appium. Appium is a tool for mobile automation. Or you want to learn load testing tools like JMeter or something. Fine. So learning these tools also really becomes very easy because you get a knack in programming language, you get an idea about Java. So learning Java might not just help you in Selenium, it will also help you learn other testing tools as well. Fine, and the most important thing, you will have to learn the frameworks in the end. There are different frameworks like data driven, hybrid, page object model, Cucumber, BDD. So you will have to learn about all these things. Apart from this, during the learning process, you will obviously learn about Maven, Grid, Jenkins, TestNG. What are these things? Just don't go into that right now. That's a part of the course itself. Fine. But yes, there is no shortcut involved. Sometimes people come to us for the training and they say that fine, give us a crash course on the frameworks and we'll be ready. It's not going to happen like that. Okay, partial knowledge is very dangerous than no knowledge. And that's what people generally have. They have a partial knowledge about the tool and they try to learn only the advanced concepts, and that's there where they fail. If I talk about any Java developer, fine, if any Java developer having 5 years of experience, if I ask him to write Selenium script, then he will just take 5 hours of time to understand what Selenium is, and he'll be able to do it without any help. Because Java is the basic thing. If you go to the Selenium website, this is the Selenium website, selenium.dev. The first thing it says that Selenium automates browsers. It is only for browsers. And if you go to the download section, and if you go into the API docs over here for Java, then this is the documentation of Selenium. The documentation of Selenium is completely object oriented. This is a completely object oriented tool. You need to understand and learn object oriented programming in a very practical manner, and then only you can master this tool to a level where you can clear an interview. Okay, now the major objective is that you should be ready with the frameworks. Okay, framework is an end-to-end project. For example, I'll tell you, if a client comes to you, fine, and client comes to you and tells you that fine, here are the 10,000 test cases. These are manual test cases. Please automate them. Fine. It is not just about automating. It is about lot of other things. For example, I'll draw a diagram in front of you to explain you. You have, say, these are your Selenium test cases. Okay, and you want to, you will have the requirement that you want to run them serially one after another, or you want to run the tests parallelly, right? Then the requirement can be that you just want to run limited tests, that is, just run the smoke tests, or you run the tests and some of the tests they fail, you want to rerun the failed tests. So there can be different requirements with these test cases as far as running is concerned. Apart from that, you would want your data. You don't hard code the data and all inside the test cases. Okay, you put them in an Excel file or a JSON file, or YAML files are very famous these days. Okay, and we also use sometimes properties files as well to store static data or something. So your data has to be injected inside the test cases from different data sources. It can be a database as well. Fine. Apart from that, when the test scripts are running, you would want that fine, some reports should be generated, HTML reports. HTML reports should have some screenshots of errors and all inside them. They should have logs. Logs means that suppose 10,000 test cases take 10 hours to run, then what happened at every minute? It should be logged in some file so that later on you can have a reference. Apart from that, when the complete project is ready, the client wants it to run on Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid is for parallel execution of the tests. So you have to make the project in such a way that it is integratable. You can very easily integrate it with grid. Sometimes, people make projects and in the end they realize that fine, you cannot implement grid on this, and then whole re-engineering starts, and it's a mess. Alright, now apart from this, you would also want to integrate it with some CI/CD systems like Jenkins for continuous integration. You would want to use the GitHub and all along with the project. Okay, so it is just not about writing scripts. It's about a lot of other things. If you talk about Selenium, then Selenium is just something under this red box, Selenium scripts. Selenium has got no command which can help you read data from Excel, which can help you generate reports, okay, integrate with Jenkins or run the test cases parallelly, run selective test cases and all. Selenium even doesn't know what a test case is. Selenium has just got commands which will interact with the browser. You can fire a command to open the browser, to go to the website, to interact with the browser. That's it. To interact with the elements in the browser. It is having no command to generate tests and all. Okay, so to manage all these things, we use a centralized controller in between. This centralized controller is over here, and this centralized controller is TestNG, which is really very famous these days. People also use JUnit. It is not as famous as TestNG, or very famous framework like BDD, Cucumber facilitates all this. So these frameworks, they will call the tests one by one or serially or parallelly, whatever is the need. They will read the data from external source. They will help you generate the reports as well. They will help you to run the tests serially, parallelly, optionally, rerunning of failed tests, and they will also help you integrate with grid and other systems. Okay, so it's about learning a lot of things. You have to learn Java first, and then you have to learn all these things. Okay, this is an overview of an end-to-end project. This is an overview of what a framework is, and you really cannot just jump over to the framework on day one. That is not possible. Okay, now anyways, moving ahead, and that's what the objective is. The objective is to learn the framework, and there are different frameworks. Fine, if you look at the course details, then these are the frameworks in the end. Now these are like, one framework is like 8 hours, page object model is really around 12 hours, Cucumber is around 5 hours, right? And we are bringing more videos on Cucumber in coming days. You might see more number of hours, and the new versions have come up for Cucumber, right? Hybrid framework is again 8 hours. So you need to invest time over here. No trainer. Okay, if you go in the market and you try to get training, no trainer can teach all these frameworks in any training. Even I cannot teach. It's next to impossible, right? So that's why we have the videos wherein all the frameworks are explained in detail. In online training also, we just take one type of framework. I just take one framework and explain it end to end. Fine. And it is really important to learn these frameworks, because when you go for an interview, you cannot say that fine, I don't know page object model, but I know this TestNG hybrid framework. Okay, there might be other candidates who know all these types of frameworks. So that's why I told you a minimum time of 10 weeks, because after learning Java and Selenium, you will have to concentrate on frameworks which are tricky. Fine. Now another thing is that people are afraid of Java, that I don't know Java, how much Java do I need to learn? Look, first of all, if you are afraid, nothing is going to happen. Being afraid will not take you anywhere. Okay, it is not something which is tough. It is something which just needs to be learnt structurally. We have exercises with every module on Java in the beginning. We have got exercises over here which you can solve after logging in, and those will really help you out. Okay, so you need to know complete core Java. In core Java also, some topics are not needed, like threading and multi-threading and all those things are not needed. Whatever Java we have taught over here is more than enough. Okay, we have started with the basics and operators and learned and given an idea about object oriented programming and all over here, and then in the end we have also taken file handling because that is required in Selenium, reading data from JSON, YAML, Excel files and all. Okay, right. And another thing is, how do I evaluate the course? Do you teach any type of frameworks projects? I once already answered this, that we are covering all the frameworks, and for evaluation you can have a look at the free videos over here. If you are a beginner, then you can watch the Java modules. You can start from here. Selenium Java tutorial day 1, day 2, day 3. We have covered Java OOPS and basic installations and all over here. And you can learn about TestNG framework. We have kept it open for everybody. Learn about some basic components of Selenium WebDriver 4 and all, how to download it. And at times people have questions with us that what is WebDriver, what is Grid, what is Maven. So you can get your doubts clarified from these videos, that what is Ant, Jenkins, TestNG and all. So you will get an idea. Okay, what are the different types of frameworks? And these over here are just the framework overview videos where you can get an idea that how, say, page object model is made or data driven framework is made. So right, so only thing which I wanted to tell you is that if you want to clear an interview, you have to burn the midnight oil. There is no other way, no shortcut. You just can't learn it in 15 to 20 hours or 30 hours. It is not possible. Okay, right.